I've decided to make a quick video having a look at these Extremerate shells for the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance SP. And you can see at a glance they've got these rather lovely chameleon buttons that change from blue to purple depending on how they catch the light. They have got this very lovely soft touch feel to the plastic. And of course they're beautifully printed and very consistent with one another. So when I first got them, I was very happy with them. This one I've had for 9 months and this one I've had for 2 months. However, as time has gone on, a few things have become apparent that I think are worthy of note. So firstly, this one, which is 9 months old, has got some quite pronounced general wear and tear. Let's move this one to the side for a second. The SP, these marks up here, are literally just from attempts to open and close the hinge. There's nothing else. This has gone nowhere really apart from my bedside table, and then down into the living room and back onto the bedside table. And other than that, the only thing that's happened to it is being played with. So you can see there is some substantial discoloration to the battery door here. Okay, so it's after 9 months, it's already starting to look quite badly discolored. So it's really not a shell that's going to last, unfortunately. This wear and tear here, I have tried to wipe. I'm going to have a quick go at it in a minute, and getting it in good light, which you can't see in a lot of light situations, but the wear and tear around the buttons, A and B buttons, and the D-pad, that's probably had about maybe 50-60 hours of use in that time since I did it, and you can quite clearly see the yellowing of the material, unfortunately. So it's a real shame, but we're going to have a quick look at if they can clean in a sec. Before we do, we're going to look at the Game Boy Color. Now this has got marks, and this is these are slightly different marks. It's been played much less, but you can see there are some scrape marks down the side here and some small marks over this section here. Now this is admittedly partly probably my own fault from not very good storage when I took it away on holiday and put it in a bag with another Game Boy. But that's literally just a standard Game Boy rubbing against that to cause all of that damage, which is a little bit of a shame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at it with a wipe, baby wipe, see if we can actually make any progress, just to prove it's not standard wear and tear. And I have tried this before. I wouldn't be making the video if this was the first time I had tried this. You can see we make no progress with that, and I've tried it for a substantial amount of time. And the same on the hinge here. These marks are not surface marks, they are in the paintwork. And of course, we've got no hope with this discoloration here. These aren't dirty finger marks. This is a discoloration of the material. Same with the door on the back, although there are a couple of little marks on there I could quickly give a rub to. I'm not really getting anywhere with that either, am I? Okie dokie. So one last thing to have a quick try with before I show you part of my solution and talk about long term. I'm going to have a go with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Now, I'm a bit reluctant to put this on my Game Boys because it may damage the paint itself, but let's just try it in a very small area. And I'm not going to try it much and not for long, and I couldn't because I already have given it a fairly substantial try, and the answer is no. So if you're going to buy these shells, sorry, are they for everyday use? Well, this hasn't really had everyday use, although it has been my most used Game Boy, and it's already in 9 months showing substantial wear and tear. Do they travel easily? 2 months old? Not really. Part of the solution I'm thinking about, and it's a bit too late for these, is I'm going to grab this old Game Boy carry case that I've got. And my plan is with this, it just came with my original Game Boy. It was part of the thing. And I'm thinking about using a Dremel to cut out all of these bits and then laser cut some foam inserts so that we can insert all of my Game Boys into one nice secure travel package. This hinge is a little bit dodgy. I may have to do a little bit of work on that, but other than that, bit of a clean, bit of a Dremel, it could be a solution. But my opinion of these Extremerate shells is very sadly not up to snuff.